are you taking in their prime, Kevin Garnett or Dirk Nowitzki?
Probably Dirk. I'm definitely probably
Really?
going to take Dirk.
Really?
Really,
What's the reason
really.
behind that one?
So I'm going to look at. I guess I always look at things from like a LeBron Jordan debate. If I'm ever debating guys that are close on a pyramid of who I want, and I think Dirk and Kevin Garnett are close. But I think that Dirk played with a terrible Mavericks organization his entire career, other than Jason Kidd. And I think Kevin Garnett played with a competent, competing Boston Celtics, well coached team for his entire career. I think you put Dirk Nowitzki in a Boston Celtics uniform, and he takes home 5 MVPs
I don't think so.
throughout
That is
the
just
throughout the
not that is
Celtics.
not realistic.
Now you're just lying. You're
No,
just
Kevin
lying.
Garnett is by far the better player.
Yeah, Kevin
We're talking
Garnett would
about
be unbelievable.
Kevin Garnett is more well-rounded than Dirk. Dirk was known for a fadeaway. That's all he was
Okay,
ever
but
good at was a fadeaway.
Kevin Garnett is known for what? Being named Kevin Garnett
Kevin
on the
Garnett is
Boston
known for
Celtics?
a defensive guy. He can do everything you want. He can do everything you want. I mean, I got the statistics right here. Kevin Garnett, one-time NBA champion, one-time Most Valuable Player award, one-time Defensive Player of the Year award, 15-time All-Star, four-time All-NBA First Team, nine-time NBA All-Defensive First Team. Now let's see how that stacks up against Dirk. Dirk is a one-time NBA champion, so that's the same. One-time MVP, that's the same. One-time Finals MVP award, Kevin Garnett never got that, but like you said, he was with the stacked Celtics team. Um, 14-time All-Star from Dirk, so Kevin has one more All-Star. Four-time All-NBA First Team, the same as Kevin Garnett, and then five-time All-NBA Second Team. I mean, again, that doesn't stack up against nine times NBA All-Defensive First Teams for Kevin Garnett. I think if you're gonna say, yeah, you take a player you want to build a team around, I'm going Kevin Garnett, 100%.
Let me
I
ask
mean,
you.
how
Let me
could
ask you
you?
a question, and this is a question I want with full on confidence. So you think if you put Dirk on the Boston Celtic teams that won the ring, they would still win the ring, right?
No, I think they'll do worse.
So, but if you put Kevin Garnett on that Mavericks team that won the ring, are they winning the ring?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Dirk won Finals MVP for a reason. Kevin Garnett would never touch the amount of points that Dirk put up in the finals if he jumped as high as he could, landed in the atmosphere, got picked up by the ozone, and thrown to Mars. He could not have the same amount of points as Dirk Nowitzki had. Dirk Nowitzki had a Finals MVP because he was averaging 28 points a game. Kevin Garnett would be averaging 37 rebounds, 13 blocks, and 4 points per game. The Mavericks would absolutely lose that series with Kevin Garnett playing and not Dirk Nowitzki. But I do think the Celtics would have still won their ring with Dirk because even though he's not playing as well defensively as Kevin Garnett, he's going to drop 13 to 14 more points a game than Kevin Garnett,
Yeah,
and it's
but
going to
then
outweigh the 11
you're
points that Kevin
taking
Garnett shut down.
you're taking points away from Paul Pierce and Ray Allen.
What's the point? I mean, so okay, so you take away 7 points per game
He's
from
useless on that roster.
you take 7 points per game away from Paul Pierce and 7 points a game from Ray Allen. Dirk Nowitzki scores just as much as the 7 points per game taken away from both of them, if not more. He makes up for everything they lose. Absolutely. But Kevin Garnett does not go to the Mavericks and make up everything that they lose from losing Dirk Nowitzki in that finals. He just doesn't.
I don't
Dirk
think
Nowitzki played one of the greatest players. He had one of the greatest finals appearances in history. Kevin Garnett, you could never look at me and be like, "Hey, who was the best player on the Boston Celtics team in their ring run?" No, it wasn't. It wasn't Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was the greatest. He was the best defensive player on that team, but he wasn't even the third best scorer on that Celtics team. He just wasn't. And then
here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say.
okay,
Maybe I'll say this. Maybe I'll say this. Kevin Garnett might not win that with Dallas Mavericks. I think we're talking about two different situations though here. I think Kevin Garnett was so good with the Celtics because he did what Dirk wouldn't be able to do. And Dirk would not be able to play defense like Kevin Garnett. Be that role guy that you put out there and you just plug and play whatever you want. Dirk is like the big Luka Doncic, you could say. Someone that's going to go out there and put up points, but just do nothing else good. He's just going to go out there and shoot. And he's going to make crazy shots. He's going to do that leg kick fade away. But it's just, you're nuts if you're saying, if you're going to build a team around one of these guys and you're saying, you're going to say you're going to choose Dirk over Kevin Garnett, it's nuts. I mean, Kevin Garnett is a anchor.
What
He's an
year did he
anchor.
win the ring with Dallas?
2013, I want to say.
Are you sure it was 2013?
It's one of those years, man.
I just want to be sure. I just want to be sure if I'm looking at this. I mean, he played 80 games in 2013. But he played 81 in 10 and 9.
2011.
Okay. So Dirk Nowitzki had the third greatest year of his career in 2011. So let me go look at 2011, 2012, or 2010 to 2011.
2000. It would be the 2010 to 2011 season.
Oh, never mind. He had the best season of his career. I'm gonna look this up. Let me.
Are we comparing right here? Or are we gonna compare finals years?
Well, this is the thing, because we both know that the reality is Dirk Nowitzki's going to get more points per game than Kevin Garnett, and probably in both of their ring years, he's going to have more points per game, and probably his highest scoring year will be more than Kevin Garnett's highest scoring year for sure.
I'll be honest. Kevin Garnett had
just,
like one of the worst years of his career the year they won.
Yeah, he was terrible because
Well, he wasn't bad. He just wasn't part of the team.
He was Marcus Smart. He was Marcus Smart. That's what he was for the Celtics the year the Celtics won the ring. That's who he was. He is a better man's Marcus Smart that doesn't score as much. He's a better defender than Marcus Smart was when he won the Defensive Player of the Year, but he could not score like Marcus Smart could score. He literally just could not score.
Yeah, but he's proved he can score.
23 points per game.
What is Dirk's best year for points per game?
Let me look. 26.6.
Okay, and Kevin Garnett's is 24.2, so it's not even that big of a difference.
Right, but how many points per game was he averaging the year?
The year they won, it was 15.8.
Dirk was averaging 23.
Well, let's take a look at this.
That's huge. An 8-point per game difference is huge for being the best player on the team. Dirk was the best player on the Mavericks the year they won, and that's why he got the Finals MVP. Kevin Garnett was not the best player on the Celtics when they won that ring. He simply just was not. He was the best defender, but I would have rather had Paul Pierce that year that they won the ring than Kevin Garnett.
I mean, you're talking about an anchor of a team, though. He's not the guy that's going to go out and score 30 points. No, he was not. Dirk is just Luka, bro. He's just a big Luka.
When they won that year, who was the anchor of Dallas?
It's not Dirk. Dirk is just that guy. He's Luka, bro. He's good. He's a big Luka Doncic. He goes out and he shoots 40 times a game. Kevin Garnett is like, you're telling me you'd want to build a team around Dirk than Kevin Garnett.
Okay. I want to tell you this team, this lineup that won this ring, and you tell me who the anchor for this team is. The guy that everybody looks to and is like, either get him the ball or this guy is going to be our guy we're going to pick.
That's not what an anchor of a team is.
What, the defender? The center? The big?
Yeah, the most communicating guy on the floor.
Dirk, Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, J.J. Barea, Sean Marion, Tyson Chandler, Brendan Haywood, Deshaun Stevenson, Brian Cardinal, and Dominique Jones. Get out of here.
I'm telling you, Dirk is not a good defender. He's horrible.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a good defender, but I would rather have Dirk scoring me 35 points in a finals game than Kevin Garnett scoring me 16 and getting 11 blocks. Those 11 blocks might negate 22 points, but Dirk's 40 would have negated those 22 and 10 more.
No. I'm sorry.
What year did the Boston Celtics win the ring?
2008. I'm looking at the stats right now, man. I got it all pulled up. I got both of them pulled up.
I don't care about their lineup. Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Kendrick Perkins when he was any good, Tony Allen. I mean, James Posey.
And you know why
They
super
had
team
Rajon
why
Rondo,
that super team was good? It was because of Kevin Garnett. That
Oh, was
super
the one year
team
they won the ring?
that
That super
super
team
team
was the
was
one
good
year where
because
they
of
won the
Kevin
ring.
Garnett. Yes, that team was
How
good.
many times did they make it to the finals? That team,
Twice.
really? And what happened there? What happened when they lost? Who they lose to?
I have no idea who they lost to. They lost to the Lakers.
Which was what? Was that Shaq and Kobe years?
That was like Kobe and Meta World Peace and Paul Gasol.
Gasol.
Yeah, and they lost Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, that team right there. That is other than who I don't know who the fifth was, but you got KG, a prime Ray Allen, a prime Rajon Rondo, prime Paul Pierce, and in theory a prime Kevin Garnett. That team made it to the finals twice, lost once, won one year. That's almost like a LeBron and Lakers lineup, and how disappointing they were. I mean, that's disappointing to see from a team like that. That team should have easily made the finals 4 times if they would have been together for probably 12 years. That's just no good. You're telling me a guy like Dirk, and he was the best player on the team undoubtedly, takes Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler. That was the center for the team. Tyson Chandler, JJ Barea, uh, Jason Kidd, and I forgot the other name. Excuse me. To the finals and wins. They win the finals with that lineup. That's the lineup that he has to win the finals, and they win. And then Kevin Garnett gets Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, and you're like, oh man, he won. No way. He won because he was good. No, he won because the whole team was good. The
No, but
whole team
Kevin,
was good.
if you're gonna say, I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm building a team, I'm taking Kevin Garnett, and it's not even a debate. There's no way in hell am I taking Dirk. Here's why: Dirk is a big Luka. Luka's not gonna make a finals in the next like 3 years. It's not gonna happen. I don't want a guy that's gonna go out and shoot 40 times a game. I want a guy that's going to come out and give me 15 to 20 points and be the best defensive player in the NBA. That's what I want. He's going to come out and give that team the You know what I'm saying? He's going to get that team the that factor that Marcus Smart gives.
Kevin Garnett had 18. The finals was the most important thing of Kevin Garnett's entire career, was winning this finals game. That was the most important part of his
That's
career.
not true. That's
He had
not true.
18.2 points a game.
His most important thing was winning an MVP.
Okay, well, he didn't win a finals MVP, and they both got MVPs. So he obviously, in the finals, he did not play as good as anybody else on the team because the team was stacked. He had 18.2 points per game. That was good for how he was playing the entire year.
Listen, there's a reason that Kevin Garnett is a Hall of Famer right now and Dirk is not. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dirk will be a Hall of Famer. Kevin Garnett had like 4 more years on Dirk.
Kevin Garnett was first ballot and Dirk wasn't.
Dirk's not even. It's not even his Hall of Fame class time. It's not time for Dirk to be Hall of Famed. He's got like 2 more years before it's his class for Hall of Fame. Kevin Garnett played like 3 more years than he did, and Dirk will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if you think anything, at least on that topic, if you think Dirk Nowitzki is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, you're wrong.
He's not going to be.
Okay, now you're just okay.
No, I'm fucking with you actually.
No, but finals,
but
averages 20. This was the finals. This was 6 games in the 2011 NBA Finals. This was a 6-game stretch. I don't know who they played. I could probably find it out.
It was the Heat.
He averaged 26 a game, 9.7 rebounds a game, so 3 less rebounds than Kevin Garnett, and Kevin Garnett's a center, and 2 assists.
Kevin Garnett's a power forward
in the finals. Well, he's huge. He was the biggest player on the team.
No.
Yes.
He's only 6'11", bro.
Yeah, that's.
I promise you that was not the biggest player on that team.
I bet he was the biggest player starting on that team. Unless they had a 7-foot tall center on the Celtics that year, he was the tallest player on the lineup. Unless the center was 6'11", and they did not have a 7-foot tall center.
I bet you they did.
This is nuts. So, and I'm going to add this to add fuel to the fire, just to throw this in here. So, do you know who the Celtics played in their finals run? We said the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was without, they didn't have Shaq at that time, right? It was Kobe, Gasol.
You're not going to
Who
tell me
else?
that team was not good. The Lakers team was
I'm
nuts.
not saying they're bad. They were not. They were nuts. But do you know who the Miami Heat team that he played?
Bro.
Dwayne Wade, Udonis Hassim, Chris Bosh, LeBron James. That was the team he went and played with that lineup. And they had Ray Allen at the time. Ray Allen was on that team at the time.
No, he was not on the team when they lost.
Yes, he was. I'm literally looking it up. It's on my phone right now. 2010 Miami Heat lineup.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say: the year that Boston won the playoffs, they had one. Their leading score was 21 points a game, and they won the NBA Finals.
Which is great. But their leading scorer was probably 21 points a game.
And
I'd say
the year that Dirk won the NBA Finals, he probably was he was averaging what, 26 points per game. There you go.
26 points a game.
There's my reasoning behind why I would pick Kevin Garnett, because Kevin Garnett helps you win games. Dirk is he's just shooting 40 times. If he makes half of those shots, they're gonna win. You're betting. You're just betting.
Do you want me to help you out here?
I don't need help.
You had one guy 21 points per game. This is the Celtics. One guy 21. One guy 20.3. One guy 19.8. One guy 19.5. This is 4 starters, excluding Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
On the Dallas Mavericks lineup, the second highest scorer on the team on average in the finals was 15 points per game, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Dirk was outscoring the second best scorer on the team by 11 points against LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Udonis Hassim. Prime LeBron James, Miami Heat LeBron James. I'd say prime LeBron James was probably Cleveland, but he was way better on Miami than he at the Lakers, even though he's still like phenomenal. I mean, we have Miami Heat, young LeBron, Chris Bosh in the greatest time of his career, Dwayne Wade in the greatest time of his career, Udonis Hassim in the greatest time of his career, and he literally beat him in the finals. He beat them. It wasn't Jason Kidd's 15 points per game. It was Dirk Nowitzki's 26. He beat them.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can't say the defense on that team was bad if you only got your second best score is 15 points per game. There has to be defense played that game. You're not going to have your second best scorer averaging 15 a game and your defense be really bad and you're going to beat that Miami team. You have to play good defense that game. There's no way you didn't. And I'm not going to tell you that Dirk was guarding LeBron, because he wasn't, and he wasn't going to guard Dwayne Wade, but he was in Chris Bosh or Udonis Hassim, which was really still great players. He had to guard one of those two guys. He's not going to guard LeBron, and he's not going to guard Dwayne. So he's guarding either. I think he guarded Bosh, I think. And that was the year that Chris Bosh made one of the greatest shots of all time, and they lost the finals in 6. And the Celtics also won in 6. I need to take 5 my Culver's burgers here, so you do that, and I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I feel like that's such a hard call, and if anyone's in here that can kind of attest to this, it's like you're saying. I mean, by the way, Kevin Garnett has 20 more playoff series than I mean, I truly believe in my heart that, like, if you ask like 10 NBA GMs and you ask them, and those 10 NBA GMs got to be like the top 10 NBA GMs ever, and you ask them who they're going to build their team around, and I guarantee you at least 8 of them are going to say Kevin Garnett. That's what I'm going to say. That's all I got to say. Kevin Garnett is that guy. He gives you that like that pressure. He gives you that pressure. Dirk is just a bigger Luka to me. He shoots a shit ton, and some games he's gonna score. Some games he's gonna score, and that's gonna help his team win games. But you're telling me Kevin Garnett doesn't help his team win games on both sides of the floor? You're just lying to yourself. And Dirk doesn't do that. To me, I'm taking Kevin Garnett all the way, and I'm a big fan of Dirk, by the way. Dude, he's one of those guys that like when you grow up, you say when you shoot something in the trash can, you say Kobe. He's one of those guys for me where you do a fadeaway and you're saying, "Oh, Dirk," you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough conversation to have. I think that we both could possibly be right, but to me, it's Dirk. It's not Dirk. It's Kevin Garnett all the way. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I truly believe in my heart that I'm picking Kevin Garnett over Dirk, and I'm gonna win championships. That's all I'm gonna say.